You know much about your family history?
I know a lot about my family history.
I know some, but not as much as I'd like to know. But knowing your family history is something few people take seriously anymore. But our reporter James Doughty knew very little about his family name. The day before Thanksgiving, he learned all about it. He's here now with more on this. James.
Steve, last month I had the privilege of interviewing Walter Cronkite, and I didn't know it then, but that night I also met my great-uncle Preston, the oldest living Doughty in the family.
As I entered and proceeded to the proper table at the celebration, I passed by a young man standing very erect.
That young man was me, standing tall because I had just interviewed news legend Walter Cronkite. A few minutes later, I met Preston Doughty.
I asked him his name. He said his name was James Doughty. Well, I wasn't surprised because I had been hearing from various people that there was in town a young man by name James Doughty.
I had also been hearing about the Doughtys. In fact, ever since I arrived in Corpus Christi almost 2 years ago, I've been asked many times whether I was related to the Doughtys. I always said no, but the truth was I didn't know.
And neither did I, of course, until we found the connections through the book that I wrote.
In 1969, Preston published Our Doughty Families, a complete history of the Doughtys dating back to 1755. Until I met Preston, all I had was my father's obituary and the newspaper article describing his death in 1975. I was 6 months old when he passed away. My mother, Agustina Franco-Muñoz, remarried in 1979, losing touch with my paternal grandmother and grandfather. Talk to me a little bit about the Doughty in our family that impresses you the most.
James Doughty, who helped to found, was joined in with another man in founding Rockport.
James Murray Doughty, my great-great-great-grandfather, also happens to be my favorite ancestor. He served as sheriff of Refugio County before becoming first superintendent of the King Ranch. And my research is just beginning. I still need to find a picture of my father, the face I've waited a lifetime to see. And after this experience, it seems that's not far away. Steve.
Absolutely fascinating. We learn something every day, don't we? Thanks, James.